Yes, how are we all doing, guys? I hope you all had an incredible day yesterday. Let me know how you're feeling this morning. Let me know in the comments. Like, Nat and I last night, oh my God, we were like both carrying the biggest food babies you've ever seen in your life. Both looked like we were about 9 months pregnant, but there it is, isn't it? Christmas Day. Christmas Day has come and gone, and it was amazing. It was an incredible day, but I think a massive thing that I want people to focus on, and what I will be focusing on, is how to move forward. And morning, Steve. Good to see you yesterday. Morning, Mark. Morning, Faye. Morning, Danielle. Morning, Ange. Morning, Melissa. Morning, Damon. Morning, Kerry. Morning, Laura. Morning, Craig. Morning, Lisa. Morning, Christina. So, my phone's gone a bit wobbly again. Sorry, 2 seconds, guys. So, there we go. Is to kind of use the lack of worry, or what I feel is the lack of worry of what happened this year for next year, okay? So many people built up this huge amount of stress going into Christmas Day, okay? Especially people who are trying to lose weight, people who are trying to get fit, people who are trying to better themselves, and people who have achieved that massively in the last 90 days, the last 6 months, the last 12 months or whatever. And many people created this. Remember, we create stress, okay? Stress isn't just a thing. Stress is an emotion that we create. Depression is an emotion that we create. Anxiety is an emotion that we create. Overwhelm is an emotion that we create, okay? We create stress in our own head. It doesn't just happen. Now, one client sent me a really poignant message when, and this is one thing that I love about client work, is they speak brutally, honestly, and it reminds me of where I was 20 years ago, but how I've learned and progressed since then. So when I read these things to me and Nat will have these private rant conversations, and we're literally like, how can they believe that? How can they believe that that's the way life is? How can they believe that that's what is going to happen? Like, almost like, how can you be that stupid? But then you rewind and you realise, well, that was me too, and I felt like that, and I didn't understand it. So that's why I love doing these videos, to try and help you guys understand it. But yeah, the thing she said was, I'm absolutely petrified, used that word, petrified about Christmas and Christmas Day, because her, just feeling, emotion, that I'm going to undo everything that I've achieved this year in the last 6 months. I think she's been with us. Let me know if has anybody felt like that? Has anybody felt like in this, let's call it a 1 week period, because that's all it is, okay? Has anyone felt that everything that they've achieved, fitness and nutrition and health, fat loss wise, in the last 6 months, that they were possibly going to undo in this week? Now, I'm really interested, because I think a lot of people have, and that's where the stress comes from. It comes from this feeling of, you've got yourself into this really good place, you've started to control your food, you've started to exercise, you've started to have your daily routine, you've started to have your rituals, you've started to turn up and put effort into your life, and then you feel like this roller coaster that is Christmas is going to come on and smash it all into the middle of next week. Now, there's a very big perception in this, which is what I want you to understand, okay? The reason why you feel like that, morning Gav, morning Faye, is because you probably haven't been happy or in a good place or doing the work that you should have been doing for the rest of the year, okay? Or you've been following really bad coaching. Now, Christmas is no different to me to any other day. Not because I'm one of those people that, and again, I'll be honest, this is just my feeling. I got my steps in yesterday, I went for a run. But when I see bodybuilders posting that they're in the gym doing legs day, on Christmas Day, my personal view on it is completely each to their own. If they want to go and train legs on Boxing Day, Christmas Day, go and train legs on Boxing Day. That's what they love, Christmas Day. That's their life, okay? I'm not a star of their life. They're a star of their own life. That's what they want. Me, personally, I think it's a little bit over the top, especially if you've got a family, okay? It's too far the other way. Now, the reason why I'm coming back to that is, but if that keeps them mentally well, then great, perfect for them. But, should you really be going to a gym and lifting weights when you've got children and you're a parent, you've got a partner, family and stuff on Christmas Day? Me? Nah, not really. Would never do it, okay? Think it's selfish. That's my honest opinion, okay? This is what you're going to get a lot here, my opinions. Because I'm entitled to them. Don't like them, and follow me. But we digress. If you were massively overwhelmed and stressed about Christmas, then it's because your plan and your routine was wrong to start with, okay? Because my diet is not over restrictive, and this is going to come on to something that you guys are going to love, okay? In fact, I'm going to tell you now because I'm excited about it. So, my diet isn't restrictive, as I've said. I've also massively been thriving in my business in the last 3 months. We've doubled our income in throughout COVID, okay? Because I've become obsessed with business learning and doing business stuff every single day. Now, what that means is training has taken a little bit of a back seat for me. Now, don't get me wrong, I've still got some guns. I've just about got an ab, I think, but I have let it take a little bit of a back seat. But again, my diet's never over restrictive. I eat what I want. So what I'm going to do today, later on, is I'm going to film a video. It will be live, so no one can come out with their bullshit Photoshop or bullshit filter or bullshit, I don't think he really did that in that amount of time crap. And we're going to film a video. Nat's going to film it, okay? And it's going to show you exactly where my physique is at now. Then I'm going to show you exactly what calories I'm on, exactly what macros I'm on, and exactly what foods I eat every day. And I'm also going to show you what training I do in terms of steps and in terms of going to the gym and in terms of the type of stuff I'm going to do this year, okay? So you guys are going to see, this is in the private client group, by the way, exactly what I eat, exactly where I am, and exactly what training I do. Now, another interesting thing in this is that I'm not going to change my calories or macros for 8 weeks. I'm going to start this, by the way, officially when you guys start on the 4th of January for the next 8-week body and mind transformation. And every day I'm going to post my food, and every day I'm going to post my training. And all I'm going to do is I'm not going to weigh myself once. I'm going to show you where I'm at. This is how much trust I have in my programming, okay? It is world class. I'm not going to weigh myself once. I'm not going to measure myself once, okay? You guys most probably need that at this stage, but I don't, because that's how much confidence I have in my program. You need that because you probably need the confidence and you like to see it and it motivates you. But all I will do is every single, what day is it today? I don't even know what day it is. Friday, okay? So every single Friday, I will do a new live video in the same place, showing the same physique, showing that it's live, so it can't be cheated, and you will see the progression in my physique, okay? Now, this is why I want to do this, and this is why I want to simplify it so much, because you will see when I eat crap, you will see when I don't eat crap, you will see how I track my food every day, and you will see that I put the work in, okay? Now, when you put the work in, you don't need to worry about Christmas Day. I could have eaten, pardon my language, cover your kids' ears, and I pretty much did absolutely what the fuck I liked yesterday. And it would have made no difference, okay? Because I eat what I like all year round. But I put the work in the gym, and I track my food, and I'm sensible. You know, eating what you want doesn't mean you have to be a gluttonous fat pig and nail 7,000 calories, because that's just complete disrespect for your body. That's treating the place you live like a dustbin, okay? But can you have chips once a week? Of course you can. Can you have a pizza once a week? Of course you can. Do you need to put the work in to burn it off? Of course you do, okay? But most people aren't putting the work in to earn the food, okay? And when you start to understand this, you'll realise that Christmas, birthdays, holidays are nothing to worry about, okay? Because this will become your lifestyle. You will learn how to track food. This is what I teach my clients. They learn about food. They learn about calories. They understand about macronutrients. They understand about hydration. They understand about fibre. But at the end of the day, they still have to go and put the work in. Now, these occasions shouldn't create this amount of stress or this amount of overwhelm. But again, let's flip back to the perception where I started. The client who was, what word did she use? Petrified about Christmas because she thought she was going to undo 6 months hard work. Well, you can eat whatever you want for 3 days, okay? Follow that by 3 low carb days, 3 massive dumps, and 3 long walks, and that'll be gone, okay? You're not going to get fat in 3 days, just like you're not going to do 3 days exercise and 3 days eating well and 3 days of getting your steps in and look like a supermodel within 3 days, okay? Both things take time, and this is a scientific thing that I want you guys to remember as well. Coffee. A fat cell, okay, or a pound of fat, a pound of, let's get scientific, adipose tissue, okay? You don't eat food and the body creates adipose tissue just like that, okay? You would need to create being enough of a calorie surplus for at least 7 to 10 days for that process to start to happen, okay? It's not like a cash machine. It's not like a bank. You pay money in, it's there. Take money out, it's there. This is why you need to stop obsessing with the scales. Because trust me, ladies, 99%, this is a very, very female thing. I would have the confidence for every single one of you to go and put your scales in the bin. Never weigh yourself again. I don't care what you weigh. I don't need to know what you weigh. I need to know what you weigh once, okay? And that's when I calculate your BMR, calculate your deficits or surplus, and calculate your macronutrient amounts. That's all I need to know. The adjustments over time I can do in my eyes, looking at your body, okay, and measuring your waist. That's all I need to know. Because the instant gain, the only place the instant gain will be is on the scales, okay? But do you know what? If you go and put 3,000 extra cans in your kitchen cupboard, go and put 3,000 extra tins of beans in the cupboard. It weighs a lot more, doesn't it? Okay? What happens when you take the bins back out? The beans back out. Okay? It weighs a lot less again. Okay? And that's what you need to understand. It doesn't turn into a bigger cupboard overnight. It's just carrying a bit more for a couple of days. Okay? So you would need to be overeating constantly for 7 to 10 days for that process to start to happen. Okay? Just like you need to be in a calorie deficit for 7 to 10 days for the opposite process, which is fat loss, to start to happen. So this is again why, honestly, like, guys, let me know in the comments as well. Let's get some more interaction going. So wake each other up, say hi, share some experiences, say how this relates to you. But how many of you have gone on a fitness plan and nobody dare not comment and say me, because I know you have, and signed up with a coach, into that naivety, yeah, this is it, this is me, you'll all be doing it, New Year's resolutions, about to start, new plan, new me, fat loss. Motivation is there, like, as high as physically possible for the first week. And you fucking nail your diet every day. And you train every day, which is too much, it's too over-restrictive. And get your steps in every day. And you get to the end of the week, and you step on the scales. and they still say the same. Some people, they might even say more, dependent on hormones, okay? And you have a complete and utter meltdown. I've had the messages from clients, Lee, absolutely devastated, just done my stats, I've been so good this week, and the scales haven't changed. Like, darling, it's a week. Did you get fat in a week? Did you put the 3 stone that you need to lose on in a week? Have you ever gained 14 pounds in a week? Okay? No, you haven't. Have you ever got fat in a week? 2 weeks? 3? Did you get fat in 4 weeks? No. Well, why do you expect to look like a fitness model in 3 weeks? We'll do it, okay? This is something I've massively had to learn with business as well. Business is the same as the body, okay? All PTs, trainers, aren't we? We're great at telling people to be patient, okay, and keep doing it. But I'm the same. You'll notice now if you've joined the list. If not, I'll put the link in after for you. But I'm sending daily emails to my mailing list every single day for 365 days with something that I hope is going to help them, okay? But again, in the past, I've started with email marketing and it hadn't made me any money in 3 weeks, so I stopped doing it. We're exactly the same with fitness and fat loss. I know we don't get that instant gratification and what we want in that amount of time, and then we quit. Okay, you have to think with the end in mind. Okay, you have to think about enjoying the process. You have to think about making the plan, and this is what I will create and work with you. Making the plan so that Christmas doesn't even feel like anything different. It's a few extra alcoholic drinks and a few treats, which again, any of my clients will back me up in the comments. They can have every day of the week. Every week of their plan, okay? Now, the reason why this is happening, okay? Well, the client in mind, I'm not going to mention her, but I'll tell exactly why she feels like that. That's because no matter how much I ram into her that she needs to eat more, no matter how much I ram into her that she needs to exercise less, no matter how much I ram into her that she needs treats and a more balanced lifestyle and to be patient, she trains for 3 hours a day, okay? Every fucking day. She eats 1,000 less calories than I advise her to every fucking day, okay? She doesn't listen. Then, what happens when it's Christmas? Well, it's so far away from what she normally does that she's freaking out into the middle of next week. I know I'm going to eat what I want for a day and gain 7 pounds on the scales. Well, of course you fucking do, Will, because you live on fuck all in your normal life. Eat as a normal human, 365 days a year. Christmas is just one day when you maybe have 1,000 extra calories. That's it. Okay, so very often you need to realise that the root cause of how you're feeling is not Christmas. It's the fact that either you've been way too over restrictive into Christmas and before, trying to not be patient and trying to shortcut, fast track your goals, fat burners, shakes, all that crap. That Christmas, like Christmas for me, as a day, unless you're being, as I said, seriously greedy for no reason and treating your body like a dustbin, it's kind of a day when you just have one extra meal and a few treats. And then the other days are. But again, what I advise people today, this morning, is, you know, get back on it. What doesn't have to turn to 2 days, does it? Some of you will be, hands up, right? Hands up if you ate way too much food yesterday, way more than you needed to. You did it out of boredom. You did it out of gluttony. You did it just because it was there on the side. You did it because other people did it. And by the end of last night, you felt like utter crap. Who else is going to put their hand up in the comments? Okay, I did. But again, this is the epiphany for me. That it was still fun. I had a good day. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. It's gone. But today, I got up at 5:30 and I went for a lovely long walk with Frankie for an hour, okay? Then I got in and I had a coffee and I had a big poo. And I already feel a million times better. So today, I'm going to have a couple of treats. but I'm going to generally get back to my routine, okay? Now, what this bottoms down to, and what I'm going to drill into you guys this year, okay? Because I believe that I can get results of every single person. I believe that we're all on a better path, and that 2021 is going to be phenomenal, phenomenal as a year. People who are working with me already know it's going to be phenomenal because they know what plans we've got, okay? That's one of the plans, about me journaling my entire journey and showing you guys exactly what I eat, exactly how I train, and exactly how I create balance, okay? I'm also going to be sharing all my reading. So once a week, I'm going to share one book that changed my life. So every single week, you guys get a new book to finish. We're going to be doing a Q&A every single week. So on Sunday night for the clients, I'm going to post up a Q&A post, ask any questions you want, and the next day they will all be answered live. Or obviously, if you don't want to ask your question live and it's personal, there's going to be a form that you can fill in to just send the question anonymously, okay? So I won't even know that it's you, but I will answer the question. This could be anything about, motivation, energy, diet, nutrition, training, mental health, anything at all. Sorry, I'm still sounding really bunged up, aren't I? And the other thing that we're also going to bring in is creating it into a team, okay? So there's so much exciting stuff going on in 2020. There's new training units, there's new seminars, there's new videos, there's live Q&As, there's all of the reading that I've learned, and basically me just sharing a lot more, okay? And I know that the guys are going to smash it because I know what I'm going to create. And what I'm going to create is a life and a lifestyle that Christmas doesn't seem out of place because it's not too far away from it, okay? And that's where I want your heads to get to today. And that is my goal for every client in moving into this year, okay? That our life is fun all the time, because that's what we're going to create. We work family in, we work training in, we work good nutrition in, we work pizza in, we work alcohol in, but we all work it into one overall life that is fun every single day, okay? And when you get to that point, it means that you don't have to eat like a gluttonous fat twat on Christmas Day, okay? Because you're not over restrictive in the rest of the year. So Christmas Day is nothing different. And this is where you need to flip your mindset. Christmas Day is about love, gifts, friends, family, okay? Where in history was it ever written down as it's the day where you get absolutely smashed out of your fucking mind and see how much food you can eat? That's not what Christmas is, okay? That's what Christmas has become to you, because something in life is wrong. Fact, okay? We only do negative things because we are suppressing something, okay? We're sedating ourselves for a few hours. We're doing something that can temporarily make us feel better, but we all know that once it comes back round, it doesn't make us feel better. So this is when we need to start getting in charge of the emotions. This is when we need to start getting in charge of the perceptions. And this is what a lot of the coaching is going to be on, okay? Because what we all need to do is stop doing things that we know make us feel crap, okay? Personally, as I said, I don't drink anymore. Apart from, I'm on a 51-day streak at the moment. No drink, no drugs, no nothing. And I will keep that going for a while, and then I will maybe pick 4 or 5 occasions that are really special in 2021 when I will have a drink. But they are special occasions. Now, the reason why I don't drink more is because it makes me feel like shit. It affects my job. It affects my ability to be a parent. It affects my ability to coach you guys. It affects my energy. And it affects my overall happiness. But I've known that deep down for 20 years, but I couldn't say it or admit it. So that's some soul searching for you guys, because if you are still repetitively doing something that makes you feel like shit, then you need to start to get a handle on, well, why am I doing that? Because that's what we need to understand. What is the why? Not the why we're talking about, not the why I want to achieve to my goals. Why am I doing that? What am I sedating myself from? Because the reason why I don't do it anymore is because I love my life. So I don't need to binge on food. I don't need to binge on alcohol. I don't need to binge on drugs, because there's nothing to cover up. There's nothing to sedate. I've created a life that I love, and that's where I want you guys to be, so that Christmas isn't an excuse to get smashed and eat 10 times your own body weight in food. Christmas is a chance to spend more time with loved ones and share experiences and memories and share gifts. That's what Christmas is, okay? But if you're not happy and you hate your job and you hate your life and you hate your wife or you hate your husband or any of those things, or you hate yourself for the way you let yourself go, then you will use it as another opportunity to sedate yourself from that situation before you come down, sober up, or come round from the food coma and feel like utter shit. Now, every time that happens, you need to start getting an awareness of, why am I doing something that I know makes me feel like shit? And that's one of the big perceptions we're going to work on, okay? So I'm going to let you guys go for today, but I'm going to be posting some stuff up later. Everyone's going to get an email. I'm going to be doing a big webinar on the 29th of December, okay? When we're going to discuss everything fat loss, everything fitness, everything gaining muscle, exactly how I've achieved what I have, a little bit of business stuff, productivity stuff, planning stuff for the people that are interested in that, and also the psychology, the coaching, the mental health, dealing with anxiety, dealing with feelings of depression, and dealing with mindset things like overwhelm and understanding why you may be doing the behaviour you have. So I'm going to drop the link in. There's going to be a link to the webinar. There's going to be, let me know if it's been helpful today, guys. You get one of these every single day, so turn up. Obviously, you guys in the private client group, I'm going to be doing that video today. I'm going to be sharing the reading today, and I'm also going to be sharing the first Q&A when we can ask any questions, so which will be a group live we'll be doing once a week in the private client group. So yeah, I'll post the links up, free books, invite to the webinar, and that's it. So yeah, have an absolutely awesome day. Like I said, you know, make good decisions today, but make them decisions that you want to make. I'm not saying don't have 1,000 calories more than normal. I probably will, but don't have 5,000 just for the sake of it, just because you're bored, just because you're trying to do something to make you feel better about yesterday. I was listening to a great book that I will be sharing at one point. I'm not going to say what it is now, but he said an awesome line in the book that I listened to this morning, which was, you know, days are like buses. You know, whatever happens, there's always another one that's going to come along, which you could say there might not be when we talk about that perception of taking each day as it comes. But the perception of that quote and why I'm saying it today is, you know, that whatever happened yesterday, there's today. We can make up for it. But make good decisions, you know. Make sure you go out. No one's working today. Why can't you go out for a walk for an hour now, with some great personal development listening on? And why can't you go out for another walk again at 6 o'clock for an hour with some personal development on, or 4 o'clock so it's not dark? You know, that's 15,000 steps, that's fresh air, that's exercise, that's positivity, that's feel good. You know, spend time with whoever you're spending with today, but let's start thinking about our goals for 2021. Let's start thinking about assessing 2020. What was bad? Where do we need to improve? What action can I take? What's the biggest thing I need to get a handle on right now? How does 2021 look for me? What am I going to do in terms of my mindset, my goals, my fitness, my nutrition, my business, my job, my relationships, everything? Start getting a handle on what it is that you want to achieve today, because that's what we need to understand first. We need to understand the vision, and then we're going to start working on the emotional attachment to it. So visions and dreams are great, but without a reason for wanting to achieve them, they're very weak, and you will quit at the first hurdle. So have an awesome day, guys. Back tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Got loads of planned tomorrow. Overcoming every negative situation you may encounter. Not thriving in spite of it, but because of it. What stands in the way becomes the way. What is the secret? How to transform your weaknesses into strength. In every obstacle, there is an opportunity to thrive and improve. Things that hurt, instruct. Today, I believe, which is today's, how to be in control of your emotions, okay? So today I believe one single thing, which is what I'm going to end on. I believe that every single one of you can achieve your goals in 2021, but I also believe that you need to have a reality check today and realise that nothing works unless you do. Take care, guys. See you soon.